So a very interesting situation that I found myself in this week, and at first I was so disappointed. I was actually devastated. But I thought, wow, this is a great little experiment that I can make a video on to help you guys understand how the whole idea of listening to your body and eating intuitively doesn't always work. So this past week has been quite stressful. We've had a lot going on here. Just to put into context, so last Wednesday I went for a bike ride in the morning, and it's getting a lot colder now, the season's changing, and we had just a lot of cold winds sort of smashing us in the face as we were riding downhill. Got back from that ride and felt a bit sniffly. The next morning I went for a 5K run, but by the afternoon I was really washed out. I had to take a nap, I was sneezing a lot, nose was running, I just wasn't feeling very well. So that continued that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I didn't do any exercise after that run. I didn't do anything else, and I just felt like I didn't have an appetite. I needed to take a nap in the afternoon. I still worked, but I just wasn't doing anything as I usually would. So I was definitely eating less calories. I would say 2,000. At best, I'd be hitting 2,000. I just wasn't feeling well. So that's the example of listening to my body. Then on Sunday, we had a really low calorie morning. We just had a data rate at the market, and we had a lot of things to do. So we were going to get home and start eating another meal. And then Luca had his fall off the bike and fractured his wrist. So we had to go to the hospital. So all we had with us was grapes, which are really low calorie. And we had pasta for dinner when we got home, but I was really upset actually, and I felt really stressed out, and I felt a bit anxious inside. And when I'm stressed out, I can't eat. I can't, even if I do have a little bit of hunger. Every bite that I take makes me feel nauseous. I hate eating when I'm upset. And you're not supposed to eat when you're upset. I understand that, because you shouldn't be stressed when you're putting things into your body. So only 5 days of having 2,000 calories, maybe some days, I think Sunday definitely was even less than 2,000 calories. I started trying to re-eat normally on Monday, and of course my stomach has shrunk. And I knew it had straight away, because my jean shorts were really, really loose around the waist. And this is how they used to fit years ago, before I did Raw Till Fall, thinking that less was more. I'd have more energy if I ate less calories. So very, very interesting. Now, I haven't had anywhere near the amount of energy that I usually have. And granted, I hadn't been feeling well, but aside from that, like even on Monday and even today I went for a run, and I was just heavy, and it wasn't the same as my usual effort. And I found it so much harder to put the calories in, to eat my usual amount. I'm full after only a few bananas. I'm full after a few bites of a meal. So what do I do now? Do I listen to my body and say, oh, 2,000 calories are enough for me, or 1,800 calories are enough for me? I'm listening to my body, I'm eating intuitively. Or do I go, well, actually, I've just shrunk my stomach. It's not enough food. I'm not getting the best out of my body, and I now need to refeed and stretch my stomach again so that I can get those calories in. There you go. This is a perfect example, and it only took 5 days. So you can imagine that if you've got a history of calorie restriction or an eating disorder, you don't really know what it's like to eat 2,300, 2,400, 2,500 plus calories. You don't know. And of course, it's going to be really hard to get those calories in. So, the last few days I've been trying to eat. I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick. I can't do this. One more bite and I'm going to throw up. All of the things that we hear other people say, or we read in the comments of, oh, I just couldn't eat more than 1,500 calories. I could never eat more than 2,000 calories, or whatever it is. I understand why. It's because you've shrunk your stomach and you're not used to that. You don't know that feeling. But I also know that there's no way I feel as good eating less calories compared to when I eat around 2,500. So that's a perfect example of how intuitive eating and listening to your body doesn't always work. Now, Yes, guess what? I've lost weight. Definitely. My shorts are looser. I can feel my stomach is flatter. But that's water weight. I haven't lost any body fat. I've just lost water weight. So, you know, when people say, oh, I gained weight on Raw Till 4 and then I reduced my calories and I lost weight, you're losing a lot of water weight. So I'm really, really glad that I have this past history of knowing what it's like to eat less than 2,000 calories and how that feels. So if I didn't have that relativity, I would now be one of those people saying, oh, I'm listening to my body and I'm eating intuitively and I just can't possibly put another bite in. I don't need more than 2,000 calories. I feel fine. So I hope you understand what the difference is, and just be aware that you need that relativity, you need that experience. So listen to your body to an extent, but also you need the relativity to compare, so you know exactly what listening to your body means, what intuitive eating means. There you go, a little experiment that happened this week. So it's been very interesting, and now I am slowly upping my calories and getting my energy back. But it is difficult, it is challenging to put the food in when you don't feel like it, even though you know that you need it. You need it on a cellular level. So hope you guys have found this interesting. Post down below, what is your experience with this? Have you found that eating intuitively and listening to your body works? Or can you relate to what I'm saying? Be very interested to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you share and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.